Alright, hello everyone. This is the fifth video of reading the book Rich Dad and Poor Dad. Let's get into it. Alright, he believed that automatically saying I can't afford it was a sign of mental laziness. Although both dads worked hard, I noticed that one dad had a habit of putting his brain to sleep when it came to money matters, and the other had a habit of exercising his brain. The long-term result was that one dad grew stronger financially, and the other grew weaker. It's not much different from a person who goes to the gym to exercise on a regular basis versus someone who sits on the couch watching television. Proper physical exercise increases your chances for health, and proper mental exercise increases your chances for wealth. Laziness decreases both health and wealth. My two dads had opposing attitudes in thought. One dad thought that the rich should pay person who goes to the gym. One dad thought that the rich should pay more. One dad thought that the rich should pay more in taxes to take care of those less fortunate. The other said taxes punishes those who produce and reward those who don't produce. One dad recommended study hard so you can find a good company to work for. The other recommended study hard so you can find a good company to buy. One dad said, the reason I'm not rich is because I have you kids. Was that strange? One dad said, the reason I'm not rich is because I have you kids. Oh, that's tough. The other said, the reason I must be rich is because I have you kids. That's nice. One encouraged talking about money and business at the dinner table. The other forbade the subject of money to be discussed over a meal. One said, when it comes to money, play it safe, don't take risks. The other said, learn to manage risk. One believed our home is our largest investment and our greatest asset. The other believed my house is a liability, and if your house is your largest investment, you are in trouble. Both dads paid their bills on time, yet one paid his bill first while the other paid his bills last. One dad believed in a company or the government taking care of you and your needs. He was always concerned about pay raises, retirement plans, medical benefits, sick leave, vacation days, and other perks. He was impressed with two of his uncles who joined the military and earned a retirement and an entitlement package for life after 20 years of active service. He loved the idea of Medicare Um, he loved the idea of medical benefits and PX privileges the military provided its retirees. He also loved the tenure system available through the university, the idea of job protection for life and job benefits seemed more important at times than the job. He would often say, I've worked hard for the government and I'm entitled to these benefits. The other believed in total financial self-reliance. He spoke out against the entitlement, mental mentality, and how it was creating weak and financially needy people. He was let's check this word.
Emphatic.
Emphasize. Okay. Emphatic about being financially competent. Competitive means compatible. Compatible. Okay. Okay. Qualify. One that struggled to save a few dollars. One that struggled to save a few dollars. The other simply created investments. One that taught me how to write an impressive resume so I could find a good job. The other taught me how to write strong business and financial plans so I could create jobs. Being a product of two strong dads allowed me the luxury of observing the effects different through observing the effects different thoughts have on one's life. I noticed that people really do shape their life through their thoughts. For example, my poor dad always said, I will never be rich, and that prophecy became reality. Okay, let me see. Prophesy became reality. My rich dad, on the other hand, always referred to himself as rich. He would say things like, I'm a rich man, and rich people don't do this. Even when he was flat broke after a major financial setback, he continued to refer to himself as a rich man. He would cover himself by saying, there is a difference between being poor and being broke. Broke is temporary and poor is eternal. My poor dad would also say, I'm not interested in money, or money doesn't matter. My rich dad always said, money is power. The power of our thoughts may never be measured or appreciated, but it became obvious to me as a young boy to be aware of my thoughts and how I expressed myself. I noticed that my poor dad was poor not because of the amount of money he earned, which was significant, but because of his thoughts and actions As a young boy, having two fathers, I became acutely ropey. Okay, what's this word? Acutely, sensitively. Okay, acutely aware of being careful which thoughts I choose to adopt as my own. Whom should I listen to? Which, my rich dad or my poor dad? Although both men had tremendous respect for education and learning, they disagreed in what they thought was important to learn. One wanted me to study hard, earn a degree, and get a good job to work for money. He wanted me to study to become a professional, an attorney or an accountant, or to go to business school for my MBA. The other encouraged me to study to be rich, to understand how money works, and to learn how to have it work for me. I don't work for money, were words he would repeat over and over. Money works for me. At the age of 9, I decided to listen to and learn from my rich dad about money. In doing so, I chose not to listen to my poor dad, even though he was the one with all the college degrees. A lesson from Robert Frost. Robert Frost is my favorite poet. Although I love many of his poems, my favorite is The Road Not Taken. I use its lesson almost daily. The road not taken. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Diverged means separated. Okay, diverged in a yellow wood. And sorry, I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood, and I looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though, as for that, the passing there had worn them really about the same. Okay, that's a bizarre poem. Let me repeat the second paragraph. Actually, let's repeat the whole thing. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler. Long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Undergrowth. What is undergrowth? Okay, means wood. Okay, then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had worn them really about the same. The both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Trodden means run or step, trodden. Okay, walk. Oh, and both that morning equally late. In leaves, no step had trodden black. There's no step. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet, knowing how way leads onto way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Not sighing, sigh. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference. Over the years, I have often reflected upon Robert Frost's poem. Choosing not to listen to my highly educated dad's advice and attitude about money was a painful decision. But it was a decision that shaped the rest of my life. Once I made up my mind whom to listen to, my education about money began. My rich dad taught me over a period of 30 years until I was age 39. He stopped once he realized that I knew and fully understood what he had been trying to drum into my often sick skull. Okay, that's a little bit hard to understand, but basically this part is saying the author decided to learn from his rich dad instead of learn from his poor dad. And the poem part is really hard to understand. My understanding about this poem is that this person chose a road that not many people have ever traveled before, and that made a lot of difference. Okay, I don't know about if that's true. I don't know if that's correct, but I will probably ask around in my friend circle, and I will update with you guys. Okay, that's it for today. See you next time. Bye.